Fashion has many synonyms like mania, style, vogue, but we said, fuck that. Let's call it drip, which literally means a drop of a fucking water. Now, drip is you got that swag, you are hot, you are cool, and who is more cooler than anime characters? Anime characters look fresh, they look different. If you have scar on your face, you are badass. If the character has a bouncy bubbly personality, she has got big smile, and if you got that edge, you sit next to the window. These may be the character traits, but the thing that separates them are the clothes. If not, every one of these would be mistaken for Kirito. Clothes are the things which make them stand out. Many anime usually gives the character one outfit and he wears that until the show ends or until the time skip. Some anime's nature does not allow them to change the clothes, but still they stand out with their fashion. Some who do not need to change because they rock that shit, and some who change their outfit to show character growth. So let's start at our and everyone's childhood, school uniforms. Anime school uniforms are quite cool. Hell, I would kill to have them compared to my shitty yellow shirt, blue grey pant, and a fucking red tie. Even though the school uniforms in the anime are cool than mine, they are forgettable. Honestly, tell me which is the last school uniform from an anime you remember which is not recently washed and stood out to you. The only time we pay attention to the clothes in school anime is beach or pool episode because my god, do we love to see that. I know the school anime's fashion is difficult to change because even my dumb mind can comprehend the breakdown of uniform. And I get it, it is hard to stand out when the entire show is based around a specific environment. But coming back to uniforms, the one show that clicks to me that added drip to the uniforms is Bleach. Whether you love the show or hate it, you cannot neglect. Bleach was one of the first, if not the first anime which made you recognize in the first opening or first scene. My god, those were a lot of first. Oh, Ichigo looks kinda hot in that black jacket and white gloves, following up with Rukia's cute summer wear. And yes, I did run out of words to sound like, yeah, I know fashion. But before I get sidetracked towards my love for Bleach as a show, I would like to get back to the topic of uniforms. All the Soul Reapers also have uniforms, but still, they stand out with their outfits. And all my feelings are explained in this one page, where we see bits of their clothing and instantly know who they are. This is what I was talking about, having a uniform, but still standing out by not just your red or blonde hair, or having the fresh look at the time skip and sticking to it till the end of the time. Yes, I am looking at you shonen anime, especially you Naruto. How long are you going to wear that orange-black jumpsuit? Go wash it. It's been like... Actually, how long has it been since the start and the end of Shippuden in Naruto years? Now that I have mentioned Naruto and Bleach, I would like to go over One Piece. One Piece character designs are weird. Hell, this one series has giants, dwarves, long hand people, long leg people, fishmen, furries, minks, and the outfit changes we get every new arcs. And let's be honest, we all know we are just there to see new Robin and Nami's outfits and Frankie's new hair, and I would love to talk about them all, but I want to focus on these two things. First, Zoro and his bandana. Zoro often wears his bandana on his arm, but every One Piece fan knows as long as Zoro does not put that bandana on his head, he's not serious. That one moment is what every Zoro fanboy is waiting for. And second is this. The captain's overcoats. You know, only the legendary pirates wear these overcoats. And I might be reading too much into this. Luffy in the canon storyline did not wear a overcoat until the end of Big Mom Island arc. For spoiler reasons, I will keep it vague. Towards the end of the arc, Luffy commands one of his crewmates, and at that scene, we see him wearing the overcoat, probably symbolizing he has truly reached towards the Emperor level and he is at the end of his journey. But in some anime manga, outfit is a part of that story. For example, Kill la Kill, and some who can rock that same outfit for entire series, and you can say, get this man a towel, because he be dripping. Of course, I am talking about JoJo's. JoJo or Araraki has amazing fashion sense when it comes to character clothes, and some of the covers are straight up copy of Vogue magazines. I can talk about Bucciarati's outfit or Jotaro's epic hat where you cannot see where his hair starts. But let's talk about JoJo's official or collaborative merch. We see anime merch, and even though we love our anime, this shit is cringy as fuck. Imagine rocking up in this at your family get together, or even in your daily life. If you want, you can, but it is so tacky. JoJo's official merch is really cool. You must have obviously heard about JoJo suits, but the coolest ones are your everyday outfits, and I would kill to have that dope turtleneck. As we are on the topic of merch, there are pretty sick collabs between cool brands and anime. You might have heard of Gucci and JoJo collab, but there has also been a collab between Akira and Supreme, Dragon Ball and Adidas, Bape and One Piece, Air Jordan and Slam Dunk, and this one will blow your mind. Doraemon and Louis Vuitton, and so many others. Obviously, my poor ass cannot buy these, but hey, maybe you can, and I really would like to see more of these. If JoJo is the icon for modern lifestyle, many historical seinen manga embody the culture of that era, or I would like to call it timely clothings. The commander's armor and Zhongshan suit from Kingdom, the tunic with hose or sleeveless tunic with long gowns from medieval Europe setting of Berserk, and Vinland Saga, which captures the fashion of different locations across 1013 AD England, Wales, and Iceland to give the proper aesthetic feeling of that particular era and particular country. Lastly, I would like to mention Rent a Girlfriend, which is the embodiment of changing the day-to-day outfits done right. Rent a Girlfriend is one of the anime or manga which actually gives a shit about character outfits, especially Chizuru's. You can get her perfect girlfriend mode outfit, the college mode outfit, and even the smoking hot outfit. As the man who catches up with the Rent a Girlfriend manga monthly, Reiji Miyajima, the mangaka of Rent a Girlfriend, puts so much effort in the outfits. Whenever she switches the outfits, he breaks it down in his opening page. For what occasion she is wearing, why does this outfit look so good on her, which color complements her looks, and working around the atmosphere of that specific scenario. And honestly, it is really cool to see how much effort he puts into the fashion side of things. I had this video idea for a long time, but Rent a Girlfriend solidified it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, a dumbass like me who does not know much about fashion. Hell, until 2 years ago, my dad used to buy a shirt for me, or I used to take his shirts when they grew tight for him. But along the way, I really started to appreciate wearing cool clothes. The bottom line is, I like to play dress up, so like and subscribe if you want to see me in a frock, and share it with your friend, and I will.